It's gonna be a short stream because I am exhausted. I've literally been grinding this game for literally 4 hours. Just trying to be better, and now I'm exhausted. Like I could literally show you how much VC I got in literally just one day of literally just grinding this game.
Thank you to Chris Webber for partnering with us for this. We had such a great time.
And a huge shout out to our community members, Stacks and STG, for joining us in this tournament. And a special thank you to Nate Robinson, who helped Team Manning sweep 3-0 and take home the victory. That's what I'm talking about, Nate.
And thank you for watching. We'll be back right here on July 17th with a brand new episode. Until then, stay safe and keep in touch with us through social.
That's right. You can find us at NBA2K_2KTV.
Bye.
Bye.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Looking at Minnesota, they're excited about this one and will be laying it all on the line. The intensity, palpable. Two top-caliber teams.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers. GA, it's all yours. Thanks, David. I'm sure that had an impact on Axel's transition to the NBA.
Well, entering the league at least somewhat prepared is a huge advantage. You're just a little more comfortable, a little more confident.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Paul George. And for the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Walden. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Beasley in at the two-guard spot. We're just halfway through the season. Brent, talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there. Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational for you.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard attacking, and the layup falls.
Now, the inside part of Kawhi's game just so hard to stop. He's too physical and seems to be just locked in at times.
Russell kicks to Walden. Harrell against Towns. Clock at 6. Rejection by Harrell.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Deep 2 from Russell. And that time, also a missed shot.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. No start for them. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Some changes for Minnesota. Omari Spellman comes in for Johnson, and Okogie subbed in for Beasley. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. That's on D'Angelo Russell. Minnesota making some changes. Turner's checked in for Walden. And Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Marcus Morris. On the free throw, no good. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding the trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift.
Shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
Goes to the line, shooting one. Find the lane. Let's stop.
That's good from Harrell.
Think about Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Marcus Morris is out there with Harrell. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Tipped away and stolen by Russell.
That's nice.
And now Minnesota on the fast
That's nice. That's real nice. That's real nice. That's real nice. That's just really great, dude.
Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Spellman. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. And he comes up with the deuce.
Just a nice job of sniffing one out right there. Would love to see Johnson try to get a few more of those freebies.
Pass to George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
Right side, Leonard.
Oh.
Down low. Teardrop shot. Spellman with the rebound.
Been looking at that all day.
Shoots off the step back. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. A three from A.W. Rebound by the Clippers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
The pass to Spellman. Kicks it to Beasley. Outside, Walden. 6 on the shot clock. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Connects from three-point range.
I'm just
He's
like
got
that.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And the slam dunk by Russell.
Reading the court well, leave someone open on AW squad, and you're going to pay.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. The Timberwolves really have a tough one to go here. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now, here is Russell. Defense right on him. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. From downtown, drills the three-pointer.
I love this
the
jumper.
aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Here's Culver. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Brett, there may be more of an emphasis on team defense than ever before. Who are some of the better help defenders that you've scouted in the NBA?
I put Rudy Gobert #1 on this list.
I probably wonder how I got into that situation.
Help defense, usually you're yelling it from the perimeter, and the reason that you're yelling it, Kevin, is that the player that you were trying to instruct or move a certain way has gotten by you, and the help call out is for somebody to be at the basket. Rudy Gobert does that better than anybody in the league. That's why the Utah Jazz have a chance to grow and go deeper into the playoffs. They got a back line of defense, and Gobert was pretty tremendous.
I love the guys, and Beverly might be in this category, and Smart might be in this category. They can guard down low. They give a little hedge out top, and they get back down again where they're supposed to be.
Well, those guys do a great job of harassing out there.
Yes,
so it's a little bit different in terms of help defense, on-ball defense, the way that Beverly and Marcus Smart and Paul George to that end are able to pester guys. That's one thing, but I'm yelling help because something's gone terribly wrong. Give me Gobert to fix that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Minnesota, Johnson is out there with Walden. Then it's Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Beasley in at the 2 guard. Here's Russell. Outside Towns. And stolen by Harrell. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And George with the stuff.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Outside, Walden. Shoots over Leonard. That one a little long.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be.
Honestly, this is chicken.
In the driver's seat. Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Russell passes to Towns. Walden with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is it. And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top two-way threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we got Jermichael Green. He's out there with Murray. Patrick Beverley out there with Noah.
And last season for the Clippers, it was a collection of smaller guys who played big.
But very effective with those kind of lineups with shorter, very effective offensive players out there. And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing, coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over. Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And he knocks down the first.
Oh, I heard that music. It looks like they're mad. Hold up. Let me make him angry.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Reed. Hernan Gomez in the corner. Green with the rebound. It's been all Clippers. Passes it to Noah. Here's Green. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Why you gotta be so aggressive, my dude? Not that big of a deal.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Turner looking around. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily.
If he would have shot, I would have blocked that, but it's all good.
And break in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, how get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our postgame interview.
Hey, Jet here, man. I thought you guys came out focused and prepared. And once you built that lead, man, you never let up.
That's the beauty of this team, man. We try to.
And that's going to do.
You guys have a pretty nice win streak going on, but I'm wondering if there's anything you can improve on. How do you keep pushing yourself when the team is finding so much success?
That's a good question, Patty. To me, my motivation is all.
Nice game, Che. I bet you wish you could play these guys every night.
Hey, man, I'm not about to sit here and trash those guys, all right? I have a lot of respect for them. It just wasn't their night. Win some, you lose some.
Yeah, you see with him, he all about respect. But in me in real life, nah. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this stream. Oh yeah, let me show you how much VC I got in literally just one day. Yeah, about this much. I don't even know where I started at, probably 10,000. But yeah, I've been playing this game for about 10 hours. So, not 10 hours. I'm tripping, 10 hours. Y'all can tell I'm tired, alright. Yeah, I've been playing this for 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours, so I'm completely exhausted. So, yep, hope you enjoyed this trash behind stream. Yeah, the stream was trash, but the threes weren't. Alright, I'm out.